Welcome to Shiny New Clients, the marketing podcast that helps you attract shiny new clients to your business. We talk about social media marketing. I'll give you actionable strategies to get more clients today and the mindset that it takes to grow a business, all in 25 minutes or less. Whether you're an online business owner or have an in-person service or even a course or membership, if you've got a service-based business, this is the show you need to fill your calendar. I'm Jenna Harding, your new marketing coach, and this is Shiny New Clients. It all started when I found myself severely addicted to TikTok. I have told this story on the podcast before, but when TikTok first came out, it was still pretty new, and it was during the pandemonium of which we do not speak. And was I ever scrolling for many hours a day, watching videos, but not really making very many? And it was actually my husband at the time was like, hey, Jenna, maybe we should cool it on the TikTok. Like he's rolling over in bed at night, like waking up and seeing me still, my face aglow, scrolling through short form video content. So I was like, yeah, you're right. This has become a problem. And I put a child lock on my phone. I'm going somewhere with this. I put a child lock on my phone, which means that I only have 30 minutes to spend on TikTok every day. And it was around that same time that I decided I wanted to be more of a creator than a consumer. I teach short form video. I help service-based business owners get clients from Instagram. Instagram is my expertise. I should be using TikTok as a teacher, as a mentor, as a marketing coach, as a business expert, not just scrolling through, funny dad fails and dog videos all night. So it was around that same time that I had committed to making 3 videos a day, but that child lock included time I was making videos. So I had to make 3 videos and get my scrolling fix because I loved it in just 30 minutes. And because of that, or maybe it was an hour. I might be lying to you. It might be an hour. It doesn't matter. It was a short amount of time. Because of that, I got really good at making content really quickly. And it is a tenet of what I teach. You don't want to spend all day on your phone. I don't want you spending all day on your phone, but I want you creating a lot of content, at least a post a day. And so we have to figure out how to get there in as efficient a route as possible. And that is a huge part of my expertise, is making content fast. So today's episode is all about repurposing. And I hope to challenge how you're thinking of repurposing and give you a bunch of different, this is kind of going to be a tutorial, this whole episode, because there's a billion different ways that you can be making content faster. Social media and short form video, it is a game of quantity. Not only does your quantity create quality, right? The more you make, the better you get at making it. The more you make, the more you figure out what works faster. If you're only making 2 posts a week, it's going to be hard to get all the sales psychology you need in your audience, in just those 2 videos. You're going to be so hard on yourself. If you're bummed that a video didn't perform well, that's allowed. But if you only posted 2 a week, and you put so much pressure on those to be all the marketing for your business that week, it's just way more stress than we need, right? So if we get good at making videos fast, we grow faster, we can post more, we can reach more people. You know what I mean? And that's that. So I'm going to give you lots of different ways to repurpose your content. I have chapters for those of you who want to know what is about to happen in the next few minutes together. I'm going to tell you how to repurpose your post as is. Change nothing, repost it, get more views on the exact same content you shared before, then how to translate it into different formats, then how to translate it into new places, and then what I think a lot of people aren't doing, but how to let that piece of content that performed well become something new based on what worked about it. So those are our buckets for today. And of course, I hope this goes without saying, creating a lot of content has tremendous value for growing your business when every piece is strategic and every piece is part of your content strategy that leads clients to working with you, right? None of these numbers or views matter if you're not getting clients, which is why in Magic Marketing Machine, we show you how to make content fast that is also strategic and makes people want to work with you. You know what, another thing, oh my gosh, 2 tangents at 2 minutes in. Another thing is you will care less about the views when you are making loads of money from your content. right? And naturally, like my views are some of the lowest that they've been right now. I'll share that with you. I don't mind. The algorithm changes, the world changes, everything changes. 2 years ago, I was getting 1.5 million views a month really easily. Now I get about 500,000 views a month. But this week, I have made more money from Instagram than I have and we're getting sales pretty much every day. So when you're focused on your revenue and you're focused on helping more people and getting more clients instead of going viral or like hitting an arbitrary number of views because you want to and you just like have it as a goal, makes you feel better. That's what I want for you. All right. So there's loads of ways to repurpose your content as is. So we don't need to change anything about it. You can just repost it. A lot of people feel uncomfortable doing that because you worry that people are going to remember it, but we're consuming so much as individuals at this day and age. Like even if you're only on Instagram for 15 minutes, that's enough time to watch how many videos? 60? Like 60 quick little B-roll reels. There's a lot going on. So people don't remember as much as you think they are. Plus, we know in marketing, folks need to hear you say something 100 times 32 before they remember it. They need to see your face. The more they see you, the more they trust you. So it really is okay to just repost something. And what I've been doing now, because I've been in this game so long, is I repost content from years ago. Whenever a TikTok memory comes up for me and it's like, here's what you posted this day in 2022. If it's still relevant, I go ahead and post it. Yeah, I'm 15 pounds lighter. Yeah, my hair is 5 inches shorter and blonder. Whatever. Like sometimes someone says something, it feels nice that they noticed. Usually nobody says anything about it. I don't repost videos from when I had a broken arm. I guess I broke my arm tubing 2 summers ago, tubing behind a boat. And then I spent the rest of the summer in bikinis with my arm in a sling. And so because it was so hard, I couldn't do my hair. I couldn't even really put on clothes without my husband's help. So I was just constantly in a swimsuit because I live on the water. And that was quite an era for me. And it's a little bit too conspicuous. So I don't typically repost broken arm bikini videos anymore. When you are taking old content and resharing it, be sure to take the watermark off. TikTok and Instagram have both told us they do not want to see the watermark, even if it is the watermark for that platform. That's the little like Instagram icon showing up in the bottom corner. There are different dodgy websites you can use to take that off. I right now use snapinsta.io, I think it's called, and they show you a lot of pop-ups. You probably load your computer with malware. But so there's no excellent way to remove the watermark. Oops, Jenna from the future interrupting herself. There is one excellent way to remove the watermark. Somebody just told me this on Instagram. You want to go to your post, go to remix, and then send it to edits. And you won't be able to like re-edit text or captions or anything on it, but you do get a fresh copy of your old post with no watermark. And you can download it from there or repost it to Instagram from there. What I recommend now is to make your content using the Edits app, Instagram Edits, and then you have a copy saved there. I don't save everything, but when I do have a heavy hitter or a video that's done really well, a reel that's done really well, I have that copy saved in Edits so I can repost it later and I don't need to take the watermark off. A little bit of some nuts and bolts, but as soon as you do it once or twice, you'll have a nice process built for yourself and a nice little workflow. Here's one I don't think people think enough about. Actually, I know you don't because I tell my clients this and they go, oh, wow, I've never thought about this. So any post you post that impacts people, so it performed well or you got comments that showed you that it really impacted people or you made sales, we want to find other ways to get that message out again. And it can be a very simple workflow. Say you made a really good point in a B-roll reel. You can then go on camera, probably use part of what you put on the reel as your hook, and then talk about it, riff about it, expand on what did well as B-roll. If you had a talking head reel take off, you can take the script, take everything you said, turn it into a written carousel. If it was the concept itself that was really popular, people said, oh, cool, a tip on the best baby products to buy for my 18-month-old. I love this. turn it into a series, do another video with more tips on the same topic. We don't need to be reinventing the wheel, especially when your people tell you what they want more of. Don't be afraid to repeat yourself. Don't be afraid to double, triple, quadruple down on what's already working. In terms of repurposing content by putting it on other platforms, my take on this is choose one platform to be exceptional at. For me, it's Instagram. That is what I teach. There's a lot of reasons for why I believe Instagram is the best for making sales and getting clients. So for me, that's Instagram. I'm gonna do perfectly on Instagram, do as best as I can on Instagram, and then dabble in the other platforms, which often includes repurposing Instagram content onto other platforms. I like to say it's better to be really good at one platform than only okay on all of them. So you choose your primary platform. That's what you're making posts for. And then you could take your Instagram content and repost it over to TikTok or turn it into Pinterest pins. Those can be video or those can be carousel. TikTok content, turn it into YouTube shorts. I just found a new button on Instagram, actually. When you post a post on Instagram, there's a button where you can send it over to Facebook, and you don't actually need to click it right when you post it. You can do it retroactively too. So when you go into, we'll say, the settings for your post on Instagram, later on, you could push it over to Facebook, which is a really cool feature. I think that must be new. There's no harm in being only okay on your secondary platforms. It's nice to have a presence there because you might have clients, you probably do have clients over there where that's the platform they spend the most time on. But when you're a solopreneur or when you only have a small team, we need to be efficient with your time. And the best way to do that is to have that primary platform and repurpose elsewhere. All right, so here's another one that people do not think about. It's letting your post inspire a new post based on what worked. So every time in Magic Marketing Machine, somebody has a post take off, we play the game with no theme song. Why did this post do well? We would do this on coaching calls. We do this in our Facebook group. Everybody in MMM gets access to the Facebook group. Coaching calls are a separate thing for folks who upgrade into that. Just a little bit of nuance there. So we either do it live or on Facebook, where they share a post and they ask, what do you think it was about this post that did well? Because sometimes it can be hard to see our own content because we're so inside it. So it can be hard to know what it was that made the thing take off. Maybe it was the hook. Maybe it was the messaging. It's usually the messaging. Maybe it was the format. This was shorter than your normal content, so it got a higher watch time. So the algorithm showed it to more people. One time, I had a video go super viral. And one of the elements that made it go viral was I asked a question that I intended to be rhetorical, but then everybody started answering the question. So the algorithm sees all these people commenting on the post, answering the question. So the algorithm sends it to way more people. That was a total accident. The way this game works, after we make our guesses, you go experiment. Our guesses could be right. Our guesses could be wrong. Sometimes it's pretty obvious why the post took off. And sometimes it takes a little bit of dabbling. And then you keep doubling down on what works. That's kind of the theme here, right? We don't need to keep, I've posted, let me look at these numbers. I have posted 37, almost 3,800 posts on Instagram, plus however many thousands on TikTok. Plus, I owned a social media management agency. And I remember 5 years ago, I figured at that point I added it up and I had made it 10,000 posts. And that was years ago. Do you think I was coming up with a brand new idea for every one of those pieces of content? No. I know my messaging. I witness what works and repeat, repeat, repeat. If you take even just a couple ideas from this here episode, a year from now, we will have saved you hours in workflow and increased your amount that you're posting easily, which then increases your reach, which then increases your potential number of clients. If you want a clear system on exactly what to post on Instagram for your business, and you want a content strategy, and you want to get clients from Instagram without wasting hours glued to your phone, join Magic Marketing Machine. It is April 17th right now. Next week, we have a Canva expert coming in. And when you join now, you get to come to that. The following month, we have a live expert workshop for exclusively people inside the program. It was one of our most popular events of the year last year. And this year, we're actually getting it sponsored by Adobe Acrobat, which is very cool, about how to run a promo on Instagram and exactly what to post in a 2-week period to get your leads off the fence and buying with you. People will buy when you give them a reason to choose now, and it's going to be all about that. So now is a really good time to get in on Magic Marketing Machine, start using a proven strategy, and come to those 2 events that'll be free for you. Another thing you get in MMM is we have a weekly co-working call, and some people come to the call. Some people just use the prompt from the call because I email it out every week. And one of my clients just sent me her stats on how the B-roll reel prompts that I've given her performed so much better than the B-roll reel posts that she makes from her own noggin. And I think her word was staggering. The results are staggering. Shocking. She said shocking. I just pulled it up. One of the prompts that I gave the group and she used just exceeded 1 million views yesterday. So that's really exciting. There's 1 million reasons to join the program, primarily because you want to put your phone down and get more clients. And that is what we will help you do. That's all from me. Love you so much. See you in the next one.